To licensed to succeed. I once had a very good opportunity to invest in the capital market. And the opportunity, at least the way I saw it, seemed too good to be true. And yes, I knew there were opportunities in the market. I knew it was probably the right time, to invest in it. And truth was, I had some good money in my hands at the time. However, my approach was not quite the right approach. I wanted to put in as much money as I could, seemingly trying to take advantage of the opportunity without minding some other things that I was supposed to do, without doing my due diligence. I was motivated more by the prospect of return than by, observing the rules and, as it were, carrying out that whole endeavor in line with established principles or, what I knew clearly to be an opportunity. At the end of it, I put in so much money. I was eager to see returns. I was looking forward, to returns, coming up. It was in the days of private placements in capital market and all of that. But alas, my expectations were not fulfilled. My expectations rather were cut off. I lost a lot of money. My fingers were burnt, as it were, and I learned a big lesson from that whole encounter. And we're talking about a lot of money, a lot of money. And what went wrong? Well, the issue was that I had a vision, as it were, but instead of running with the vision, I was in a haste to see the end of the vision. All right. So I'm speaking today on run to win. Run to win. You want to succeed? Run to win, not hasten to win. Run to win. In actual fact, the emphasis in today's edition is on the fact that if you want to succeed, there is an attitude that you must bring to bear in your conduct. All right. You must show, you must demonstrate that you are responsible in your pursuit, that you are businesslike in your pursuit, that you are not ready or willing to cut corners in your pursuit. And I want to share with you that popular set of, verses from Habakkuk 1 and, Habakkuk 2 and verses 1 to 4. And of course, you know that license to succeed is focused on exposing God's will for success and God's way to achieving it. How does God see success? So that we have the right perspective. And how does God expect us to accomplish success? Those who are in a haste, they violate the how of God. All right? The how to of God, because they are trying to cut corners. It looks as if they are being businesslike, but that's not so. All right? They're just in a hurry to see results. They are not motivated by any other thing, such as making an impact, such as adding value to the lives of others, such as doing something that is noble or something others can learn from. They are self-centered, thinking only about their pockets, focus on the end result, not minding that in order to achieve the end, there is a route that you have to follow. And so they skip that route, follow a contrary route, and almost always never end up at the destination. They end up being losers. Or when they do end up at the so called destination, they end up not being innocent. That is, they would have done some unpleasant things. They would have done things that they are not proud of. They would have done things that they can't even share with others. All right. And you don't want to do that. I certainly have learned my lesson from that example I just gave and from other examples. And this is what this set of scriptures says in Habakkuk 2, verses 1 to 4. He said, I will stand my watch and set myself on the rampart and watch to see what he will say to me and what I would say what I would answer when I am corrected. Verse 2, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And verse 4 ends with something that is profound. He said, behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And I liken when, it says there, behold the proud. When you are in a haste to achieve results, it's an act of pride. All right? It's an act of pride because you think that you are smarter than an established principle and set process that has been proven time and time again. You think you are smarter than that principle, you are smarter than that process. You can get results better or faster by doing something contrary to it. It's an act of pride. It's an act of pride because the principle and processes were established by God, and men that have gone ahead of you have proven it time and time again over many thousands of years. And here you are trying to achieve results, by disregarding the process, by short-circuiting the process, by thinking there is something that's spectacular that you can do, without having to go through all that is required. Behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him. His soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. But the just shall live by his faith. So those who have been given the vision, those who have decided, who have been shown, who have the conviction that this is the area of my pursuit, this is the business I want to do, this is the career I want to pursue, all right? They have to approach it by faith. They have to trust in the one, who is watching over them, follow his process, deploy his principle, or align themselves with his principle, and wait to see the results that he promised come to pass. I didn't do that when I made those investments in millions, in tens of millions then. And of course, it was a sorry story. It was a story, and sad story. He said, write the vision, make it plain. Why? So that those who will run with it, and if you are the owner of the vision, you should run with it. That's the attitude required. You should take it up and implement or execute it in a business-like manner. All right? You run, you pursue. Your quest for success is anchored to a vision, to a process, to a predetermined set of principles. You just don't run. You are not just motivated by the promise of end results. All right. Those millions, and all of that, as many are today. No, you must be careful to observe the vision and to stay true to it. And in doing that, to stay true to the how, There is a how. There is a how. If you skip the how, you won't be innocent. That's what we're told. All right. And you can find that as well in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 28 and verse 20, it tells us, a faithful man shall abound with blessings. A faithful man. Faithful to what? Faithful to the vision. Your faithfulness is business. Is not because you are showing up every day. It's not because you are consistent. It's not because you are persistent. It's not because you wake up early. It is because you are loyal in your focus, all right, to the business. You are loyal to the vision. You are loyal to the principle. You are loyal to the process or processes that you are required to observe in the pursuit of that business. It says, a faithful man shall abound with blessings. What about the one who is not faithful? He said, but he who makes haste to be rich shall not be innocent. Isn't it what is happening today? Isn't it why people will go into rituals? Isn't it why people, will receive bribes? Isn't it why people, will want to cut corners, will use dishonest weights? Isn't it why, people reduce quality and still increase prices, astronomically? Many practices that are ongoing today, they are simply attitudes of haste. It's about the end result, wanting to get rich, wanting to have plenty of money. It's about wealth, it's about riches. It's less about any vision. All right? It's less about whether an impact is made, is less about whether your customers enjoy or receive value from what you are selling. It's just so much more about you, pocketing a lot of profit and thinking that it's fair game. Oh no, it's not fair game. And if you're a child of God, that's not how you're expected to play. God minds the how. And those who run with visions, they stay faithful to them. They don't abridge the process. They don't seek ways to shorten the process. They are not looking for alternative ways just because they're in a hurry to experience the promised end result. All right? Yes, they can be creative. Yes, they can be innovative. Yes, technology can help them. But guess what? All of those interventions do not tamper with process. That is, they have respect for process. They know that process is important in order for principle to deliver its promise. Process is important in order for principle to deliver its promise. Process is important in order for principle to deliver its promise. Those who are faithful obey, that quote. And so, they are innocent when they get the results. Their results may not be as fantastic, but their results prove that the principle works and the process works and is respectable. And they are content. And they know that life is in phases, all right? And men are in sizes, okay, as Bishop Oyedepo will say. All right, so that's That's it. You run with the vision. Your approach to your business, your approach to that initiative, it must be anchored to a vision. Where are you going? You are not just running to make money. It can be one of the most frustrating things. I understand that Bob Marley said some people are so rich, they are so poor that all they have is money. All right? Yet, Jesus says that a man's life does not consist of the abundance of what he owns. All right? So don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a haste. Don't be driven just by the end result of riches, of wealth that you quickly want to come to pass. Be driven more by the vision, and let your commitment be towards the vision. Align your approach to the vision and be business-like in your pursuit. Be business-like in your pursuit. It means you are intentional. It means that you are committed. It means that you jealously guard everything that relates to your pursuit, including the very idea itself. And you don't allow people to rubbish it. You don't allow somebody to steal your ideas. You are not careless about sharing with others. You are careful about every step that you take. You are careful in the deployment of your resources. You are careful in what you are careful to pursue what you are doing with excellence. You are careful to learn as you take steps. You are careful not to be discouraged, to approach your pursuit with discipline. With discipline. That is what running means. You need to run, is very important. You need to run according to how God expects. You need to run in alignment with the vision of where you are going. You need to refrain from being driven by the quest for fantastic, end result that many only measure by riches or wealth. And that's, the word or the message for us today on licensed to succeed. Run to win. Run to win. Said, a faithful man shall abound with blessings. Okay? A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but whoever makes haste to be rich, he shall not be innocent. He shall not be innocent. He said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that reads it. And I hope you see the difference between running and haste. And I hope you will commit yourself to the right attitude, which is to run, and you will refrain from falling into the trap of haste. God wants you to be innocent when you come presenting evidence of your success. God wants you to be innocent. But if you are in a haste, you won't be innocent. And the scriptures cannot be broken. The scriptures cannot be broken. Thank you for joining me today on another edition of License to Succeed. Don't enjoy this channel alone. Share with others. Go ahead and subscribe and share the link. Let others hear what you're hearing. Others can benefit from what we're sharing. Others can be guided appropriately, all right, in their sincere quest for success. God is not against success. He wants you to succeed. That's why Joshua 1:8 says, then thou shalt make your way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. So God wants you to succeed, but he also wants you to succeed the right way. All right, true success is success that is according to God's will and accomplished in God's way. That's the edition for today. Thank you for joining me. Join me again on Friday. It will be our second episode for the week, 2 episodes every week. And our commitment is the righteous pursuit, of success. God bless you. Bye-bye.